Hi everyone, Keith Arkenberg Farms. So we have an early spell, early in the season, so I decided to really work on my plastic mulch layer and really get this thing tuned in. It's a BCS plastic mulch layer, and I've done some other stuff here to where now it's all attached behind the tractor. So I'll show you what I did and the results of what it's actually working like. Pretty darn good. Let me show you. Now I've been working with this plastic mulch layer for a couple seasons. It's actually off of BCS. Right up here in the front where the drip tape barrier is where the knuckle was to attach it. I chopped that off and originally built some arms on here, right here, that go up, that hook to my Wonder Bar toolbar, which is a 4-inch toolbar, and I was pulling it with that. I always had a problem, and the biggest problem is that when I drove over it with my tractor, it's right in line with all of the openers and the wheels that push it down and everything, and it was compacting it, so it was never really opening it up. It really caused a bunch of problems. So my solution was to attach it to the back of my small little bed prep tiller. Now I already had the roller on here. It's a concrete roller screed, if I remember right. No, roller tamper. So that's a concrete tool attached to a bar on the back. That's the yellow down here. That's originally what it was. I built some cowling around it as well to kind of help push the dirt out in a more organized fashion. From there, I added these struts up top here. They're all 3/8 inch bolts, bolting it to the back of it and really securing it to the whole entire tiller assembly. Now it's gotten awful heavy back here, especially with the big roll of plastic and the big roll of drip tape. And it's doing a pretty good job. It still doesn't quite get it from time to time, but it got the majority of it down. We'll walk up there a little bit and I'll show you the rest of it. I gotta cut this off real quick and then I'll move up and show you. Some other things I did with it was I moved the wheels more like the modern one, where there's a secondary bar running across there. And then I had to extend it out about 4 inches because the discs on the back here were causing dirt to build up right here and it wasn't flowing through. Moving that back just a little bit helped immensely. Now these things do take a lot of adjustment, which I'll get to here in a second. I just want to kind of show you what I am working with here. Pretty cool. And don't forget, head over to arkenbergfarms.com, scroll down near the bottom. We've got the Market Gardening Farm School and digital tools and training. This is where you can join the Market Gardening Farm School, sign up for seed time for free, request consulting, and purchase a bunch of other spreadsheets and tools for your farm. Go check it out. And don't forget to head over to our Amazon influencer store, amazon.com/shop/farmerkeith, for all the products we use on our farm that are easily available on Amazon. We have them categorized into the different categories of supplies that you will need on your farm. And these are the ones that we use and order for our farm. By purchasing through here, it helps support the content we create. Now I'm getting a nice tight pull. I mean, that's good and taut. That's what I want to feel. Not quite getting the sides buried exactly like I want them. A little tearing there, nothing big to worry about. That side over there buried really well. This one, not quite as well. I might just have to move one of those discs in or out. Either the ones that open up the furrow or the ones that close the furrow. Like I said, these things are super, super finicky, especially since it's honestly not made to be attached to a tractor. It's not made to be attached to a tiller or a bed roller. So it is basically what it is. It's what I'm working with. Works surprisingly well. I will note that the ground has to be fairly dry when you're using this, and that is simply because if it's not, it gums up in the disc just like anytime you're running discs. So we'll get this baby in action and I'll show you how we got that laid down here. closer look at how this whole thing is mounted on the back. One bolt down with a nut down here. That way I can take this off both sides, and this whole entire mechanism back here will come off, and I'm just left with the tiller and the roller on the back of the tractor. Now, I just want to show you real quick how this thing's actually built, because if you have any kind of light welding skills, this is completely doable. And I don't think it's all that much material, because I bought this one bar right here and it was 12 bucks. So for the tube steel, not fairly expensive. It's all built out of 1x2 inch tall tube steel. And it's getting windy out here. We are looking at 27 inches across. The rollers that actually hold the plastic are at 18 and 22 inches. And the roller in the middle is halfway in between, and it is dropped down about 6.5 inches to center point of the roller itself. Now these rollers, just a piece of solid stock that runs through. I'm guessing that's probably 3/4. And then we've got PVC pipe runners that run on top of it. We do have some guides here to help stabilize it, to keep the roll from walking back and forth, and some spacers on both sides. The actual tube that lays down the plastic to the bed itself, it's just a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe. I actually built this one because I liked it better than the original one. Some end caps drilled out in the center. Same thing, we got some spacers down here, right here, and a piece of tube, solid stock, round stock, through the center of it. Now, it does come with these fancy little clips here, where basically you just tighten this down and it tensions this up against here so you can adjust the height of everything, which is very important to do. But I also made my own with a couple of U-clamps, and then just cut out a single piece of steel where I notched it on the edge because it wasn't quite as wide as I wanted it, otherwise I would have drilled it. And then clamp those on to hold these rear closers in place. These closers back here are not actually original with it. I actually purchased them in. And originally, which the new model has, this had a guide right here that hooked to the wheel, but there was like a 12-inch bar, and when you drove, it kind of moved it up and down. So what I did was come through and cut the bars off, and then just took a single bolt and mounted it through the wheels that ride back here, and added this bar in the center, which the new ones actually come with. That is at about 14 inches from the front. The important part is that there's enough space in between the wheels and the roller to where they don't touch. The other important part is to have space in between the disc here and the wheels so they don't touch, and they allow the dirt to flow through and not get caught up and bind in between it. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty simple. The roll for the drip tape is just the same thing. It's got a hole here with a screw clamp on it. You run it through. It's got a little spring to help tension it, hold it in place, and tighten it down. Everything else just tightens down, and it's put together with some cotter pins over here that hold these in. That's really about it. Like I said, it's a pretty simple contraption. Now, the way I've got this thing hanging off the back of my tractor, almost the length of my tractor, that's almost 6 foot from the front of the tiller to the back of the mechanism. So I'm putting a lot of torque weight on the back of this tractor. I'm not really worried about the actual attachments. I'm more worried about where I have it attached to the tiller itself, because I've only got 2 little bolts in here, one on each side, and you can already kind of see it here to where it's opening up and it is getting ready to pop on me. So basically I just can't haul around with the drip tape and the plastic mulch on, but when I'm in the fields working it, it shouldn't be a problem. I will get that corrected. I just really wanted to get out here and get this running because it's supposed to rain over the next week several times, so it's gonna be too muddy to come out here and look at it again. But here it is. Ain't it awesome? I'm actually pretty proud of it. It works surprisingly well, way better than me fighting the old one when it was just hooked to the toolbar and the compaction and all that fun stuff. So anyways, hope y'all liked me Saturday. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank y'all. Have a good day.